I know this guy.
I know this guy. How
Great
are
to
you?
see you. I'm excited, and I am so proud of this film and this cast. I was just telling the studio, I was like, this is outstanding. Epic storytelling was you may see that in the commercials, by the way. When I walked out of the theater, they asked, I said, Dave, what do you think? And I went like this, and I went, epic storytelling, incredible acting. My gosh.
Oh,
every
man,
time
that makes me very happy to hear. Thank you, brother.
every time you and I speak, you just go next level with your roles. And this is no exception. How physical was this for you?
It was quite quite challenging. It's obviously an action-packed movie, but also the way it was shot was quite unique. Rob Eggers, the director, doesn't really believe in coverage or cuts, so all the scenes are shot with just one camera, one long take. So, which was quite an undertaking when you have big set pieces with hundreds of actors, extras, stuntmen, horses, chickens. It demanded a lot of preparation, to say the least, in figuring out that the dynamic on the kind of the dance between the camera and us actors, because we're running, the camera is running, so it in order to make that work with no and get that fluidity was tough, and you had to do it many times in order, because there's so many components to a shot like that, and very often something is not 100%, and then if it's not, then you have to go back and do it from the very beginning. And so it was challenging. And again, as you see in the movie, we're shooting it in some quite remote locations, out in the elements, knee deep in mud and in the rain, and it was a blessing and a curse, because it's exhausting, but it's also quite helpful, because you don't have to pretend, you're actually out there in the elements, and it is intense, and I think it kind of adds to the performance in a way.
Did that help with you perfecting the howl? There's a specific howl that your character has, a couple of scenes. How long did it take you to get that just right? I
didn't really rehearse that or overthink it at all. It was wanted it to just kind of be, to find the spontaneity of it, and again, be out there in that moment. And in those situations, it kind of helps that you don't have to just switch it on a normal movie. You would just maybe just do that one bit, and then you'd have to get into it. When we shot that, it's a 3-minute take. So I was already, the adrenaline was pumping, and I was 100% in it, and then it's easier to just let that out. So that was kind of a ramp in a way, a ramp up to getting into that the intensity of it. So in that regard, it kind of helped having these very long sequences, because it made me and everyone else in front of camera just like kind of really get into it and be immersed in that world.
What are you most proud of now that it's out? It's an incredible film, and I know I said it at the top, but what are you most proud about now that the entire world, one of the most anticipated films? It's all over social media. But what are you most proud about now that it's finally coming out?
I'm proud that we all made it down from that mountain. That we were up there for 6-7 months. It was very intense, and we also shot it second half of 2020, during COVID, but before the vaccine was out. So to try to navigate that with on a big movie like this with hundreds of people in front and behind camera was challenging. And the fact that we got through that in a safe way with no COVID outbreaks and again made it down off the mountain was I'm very grateful for that.
My friend, always great to see you. Miss you tons. I'm glad we were able to catch up. Amazing.
Likewise,
job.
hopefully in person next time.
Dude, we have to, man. I got to see you again, brother. Be safe, and I will see you then. Congratulations.
Yeah, take care, man. Take care.